Hi, my name is Veronica, and Veronica, in Polish I should say Weronika. Hi, I'm Veronica, and welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about languages, lifestyle-ish stuff, studying in general, and some organizational stuff if I feel like it. It's usually just one big dump of my life and things that I'm interested in. Today I want to update you on how my language learning is going and if I've made any progress or not. For the past 6 months I've been studying English, Spanish and Dutch, and I haven't been doing it equally, which I do regret. Although some languages do need more attention than others, I can feel that I am indeed lacking in some areas. Maybe let's start with English, because that is the language I have been studying the longest. It's obligatory in school, so I didn't really have any choice. And then when I was around 14 or 15, I actually started to enjoy it, so I am 20 now. I think last year I've reached a level of proficiency where I didn't have to actually sit down and study anymore. I just had to immerse myself enough to still make progress in my language learning. Can you tell I am struggling? Like, I haven't had much chance to immerse. I stopped tutoring. I have no friends that I can talk to in English. We all speak Polish, and I can tell that I struggle with speaking, and that is a thing I have to work on. I also have to improve my writing and probably review some grammar points. I don't have that bad of a vocabulary. I think it's just stress speaking through me. I didn't do anything with my English for the past 6 months. That was when I got back from the Netherlands and I just stopped. I switched to Polish and I was like, no. Maybe I just got overwhelmed with having to use it and not being able to speak my mother tongue. I ended up going to a Wonderpark, the beauty of Rijksmuseum. It's officially my last day here. Yes, I wanna cry. But now I feel ready to go back again, to study again, to be like, yes, English, let's go, let's be multilingual or stuff like that, I don't know. Now I also feel like I have to study it. I want to do it, but I have to do it because, well, I want to teach at some point, or at least use English in my future profession, the job I'm gonna be working. I have a lot of plans that are more or less tied with at least one of the languages I am learning right now. So it's not like I have a choice, I'm just lazy. I'm not proud of that, but what can you do? I have summer vacation right now and I was on my gap year. I had the right to be lazy. Yes. Okay, we are not feeling guilty about having free time when we need it. Okay? Okay, that was well deserved. I was after my exams, after passing the certificate in advanced English. I had the right to just rest. Okay, can you tell I feel guilty? Okay, next up is Dutch. I picked it up more or less a year ago, and it happened because I probably told you that already, but
I went to the Netherlands once, then I went there to be an au pair for 3 months, and I don't know, I like the culture, I like the people, I like the country in general.
And the language is weird. It's hard for me, extremely hard. I have like German flashbacks from middle school because I didn't like German, and it's scary. I don't know. What I did for the past 6 months, I used, I think, 2 books. One was strictly with grammar and the other one was focused on vocabulary. I also had 2 different notebooks. One was for like notes in general, both from grammar and vocabulary, and I used the other one to write down sentences or words I had a hard time remembering. And then I used 2 different apps. One was strictly for Dutch and it's called Mondly, and I used it like for 3 months straight, and then I used Duolingo on and off. I didn't really use it strictly to learn Dutch. I used it more for Spanish, but that in a second. Do I see any progress? Yes and no. I actually read a little text for A1 level in Dutch, and I did understand some parts of it. I sounded awful when I read it, but I understood some of it, so that's a progress, because I remember reading it like I think it was a year ago, and I had no idea what was happening, and I was like, no, exit, no, that's not for today. So yeah, I notice a progress when it comes to vocabulary and understanding like a reading text, and some of the listening parts too, I guess, but not like an actual spoken Dutch, the one that you use to teach yourself to learn something on a very basic level. So we all know how languages sound on those recordings or videos or something, but I am getting there and I do see a progress, but I still have to put much more effort into it and energy and everything else. But it's a really difficult language for me, and I don't want to push myself into hating it. So I think I'm just gonna keep taking it slow. Last but not least, Spanish. I am truly in love with the language and I see so much progress. It's a big leap from when I was 6 months ago and where I am now with my Spanish skills. I am more comfortable speaking or using it in general, even in writing, when I text someone I've met online, like a language exchange partner or something. I felt like I was stuck for such a long time, and it all changed when I started to use Duolingo. It's not sponsored, this video, by Duolingo. It could be, but it's not. And I just started to use it because my friend was using it for English, and I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And I used it every day for 3 months, and like, so good, so good. I actually understand now, and I feel like I had that knowledge before. It was just buried deep inside of my brain and I couldn't recall it, but now it's like set in one place and I get better at using it. Sometimes I would do only one lesson on the app, only to not lose the streak, and sometimes I would spend 3 hours there and I would be like, I want more. So yeah, I sometimes catch myself thinking in Spanish, so that's big progress for me because my thoughts are Polish and English, and Spanish was never there. I tried to developing that skill of thinking in Spanish, but it never happened. And after I started to use Duolingo and to immerse myself more, I also listened to some random podcasts on Spotify, or I tried to watching some videos in Spanish. You probably saw something on my Instagram story because I post them when I do something, do anything really, especially language related, because I like to share my progress. So, I can pat myself in the back and be proud of myself and be like, I did it, guys, you can be proud of me. And I can be proud of myself. What are my plans for the rest of the year, for the next 6 months? I have nothing particular. I don't want to write anything down because I know I'm gonna get overwhelmed. That for some reason it overwhelms me, and when I have it in my head I treat it lightly. I still do it, but I don't feel obligated to do it, and that way it brings me joy, if that makes sense. I do have to practice my writing skills in English. I'm also probably gonna look through my notes from high school and when I was doing my CAE, and I will not be doing any more notes, I think, at least not for myself, because I want to go back to tutoring and to teaching English to others. So if I'm gonna make any notes, that's probably gonna be for work and not for me to study, only for them to use them. I get kind of lost when it comes to Spanish because I had it for like one semester. I had it for 1 semester in high school, and I never really get the hold of the tenses and grammar, like the structure part. I only watched TV shows and tried to study. Like I use Duolingo and stuff like that, but it doesn't actually show you the school way of how it works, and I like that part because I know all the tenses like back to back, and I know what the names of them are and what I have to repeat and stuff like that. So I was thinking of taking Spanish classes on my own, but I have other expenses right now and I am afraid that's gonna have to wait. But I'm still gonna immerse myself and try to speak it and use it on a day-to-day basis when I'm like brushing my teeth. So I'm gonna say in Spanish that I brush my teeth, even though I have no idea how to say that. Actually, I just realized. If you know how to say that in Spanish, please comment. Or you can comment in your native language how to say brush your teeth. That's a weird request, but I actually want to know, so comment, please do, thank you. For Dutch, I'm just gonna stick to the basics, practice my very basic speaking skills and the pronunciation and everything to just make myself as much comfortable as I can with this language, because it's still new and I am struggling with finding movies in Dutch or Dutch YouTubers that actually speak Dutch and not English. If you know any of that, any Dutch creators that put out the content in Dutch, please tell me. I am desperate. Thank you. Dankjewel. I probably butchered that, but it means thank you so much. So dankjewel. I get very uncomfortable when speaking a new language, so excuse me. Okay, so that would be it for today's video. Thank you for sticking to the end of it, and if you liked it, please make sure to subscribe and like, and please comment where you're from. I am actually curious where this video got to. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.